Welcome back, guys. Another episode of Talkmen Tuesday. Sorry, Angel. Back at it again. Guess what?
What?
We're just going into the intro.
Let's do it. Run it.
It's Tuesday, Talkmen Tuesday. Everybody's looking forward to the podcast, yeah. Tuesday, Talkmen Tuesday. Everybody's looking forward to the podcast, yeah.
Wow. What an intro. No more knock-knock jokes, nothing.
Just
You
straight
come
to
here
the
for the
intro.
good stuff, people. We're going to give it to you.
I realize I can't make jokes. I'm not a comedian. That takes some talent right there.
Just somewhat. Some talent.
How you been, Sawyer?
Been doing great.
I didn't even see
right
you.
in the middle of the sip.
My bad. I just switched tabs, so I did not completely see you drinking
No,
something.
it's all good. I like being put on the spot like that. It's going good over here. I know, I think this is a bad sign. Got back from the gym, went to go check out, we have a little garden in the back, went to go check out what was growing and everything like that, and there's a dead squirrel just on the ground right next to it. So, I don't know if that's a bad omen or something, but Juju over here is a little iffy.
Juju over here is iffy. Earlier today, there was this mom who came in. And I don't know how we got into talking. That she was like, "I'm so and so's mother." I don't even know how she like described her daughter. She was like a niece as well. And I'm like, who? So like the niece showed me a photo. I'm like, oh yeah, she has like amazing hair. So I'm guessing the daughter told her I mentioned her hair was very like she has curly hair, which is like long and like I don't know, something about curly hair is just amazing for me. But the mom comes in, she's like, I'm so and so's mom. I know, basically saying like I know what you said. I forgot what phrase she said, but she basically said like I know what you said. I'm like, really? Whose daughter?
Yeah.
Whose mom are you?
Was it something nice that I said or bad?
And, like I had a picture of another girl, and I'm like, can you show me a picture? Because I'm not want to like mention somebody else's. It's another girl, and I'm like, oh, now I know whose mom that is. So next time that girl comes, I'm like, you told your mom, didn't you?
Yeah. She'd be like, oh yeah, whoops. Okay.
And I know basically the aunt and like the niece of that like family. So interesting how I just put two and together. Like who the daughter's the mom is like sisters with another lady I usually talk to and just like crack a joke, whatnot. Basically like the regulars. I'm like, interesting. I got this other mom who I make a joke that I'm gonna marry her daughter.
Oh. Okay.
And she's like, she's already living with her boyfriend. It's too late. I'm like, darn it.
Hey, there's not a ring on it.
Yeah, I was like, but they're not married, right? And then she finally got somewhat into the idea of it, and it was like, talking to my mom was like, we're gonna become related soon. We're gonna do like the olden days of like the son's parents have to like pay for like a cow or something to like get the daughter. And I'm like, really?
What?
That's all it takes? I'll raise some cattle right now.
That's all, yeah. It's the full cow.
So every time she comes in now, I'm like, my cattle are coming along. Just wait. And I got it out of her that she was gonna pay for her daughter's wedding. And I'm like, I'm keeping your word on that, right? Still with the joke that I'm gonna marry her daughter, but I'm not gonna marry her daughter.
Oh, hey, you don't know. Don't knock it out just yet.
I live teasing the moms about it.
Is this like a common trend that you have with the mothers that enter your store? Just tell her all the. Excuse me, do you have a daughter? Yes, I'm gonna marry her. Continue shopping.
I just hope that if they're like for sure like over 21, I do somewhat of a joke. If they're like under 21, I don't say that I'm gonna marry them, but I'm like they're with their boyfriend, right? Or if they have like a son, I'm like, you better watch out. He's probably with his girlfriend. And then, especially the moms who have like sons at like teenage wise, like don't say that, don't say that. They get upset about it. It's like bad juju. I do not want kids right now. I don't want grandkids right now. I'm like, better watch out. Leave me alone.
Is that where your most recent TikTok came from? Or not? Maybe it wasn't your most recent one.
Probably. Yeah. Something about
Wrapping it.
Yeah, wrap it before you tap it.
Yep.
Because I've been seeing a lot of, oh, not a lot. Basically, I know a little bit the whole town, and people are getting pregnant. I'm like, it's condoms. Like,
So this is your public service announcement just to everybody?
yes, okay, guys. There was a guy. My cousin was like, yeah, my friend said that it didn't feel the same if you sleep over with a girl and don't wrap it before you tap it.
Okay, so you're talking all this and they say sleepover. None of this is rated PG, but they just threw sleepover in there.
I tried to put like the TikTok PG version, but it didn't work out too well. I'm like, what do they say? And they usually do like the like do the deed. I can't even think about other ways that when people talk about the situation, like what's going on.
Say the situation.
Yeah, the situation. How would you talk about it?
Doing it. I don't know.
They're doing it. I feel like they sugarcoat it a lot more on TikTok because, like,
Oh, they have to for guideline purposes, probably.
Mm-hmm.
That was a thing. Like, it used to be like you put red lighting in your room or something, and that meant that like it was like R-rated or M-rated stuff that was happening in your room. Like that was like the thing. Like I'm thinking dirty thoughts, so you put like red lights in it.
Huh?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. But yeah, cousin said a friend was like, yeah, the guy says he doesn't wrap it before he taps it because it doesn't feel the same. I'm like, yeah. Oh, what, 30 seconds to like an hour. It doesn't feel the same as 18 years. So think about that one. And like another remark was, well, like birth control would work as well, right? And I'm like, birth control doesn't protect you from like STDs. And my other cousin's like, oh yeah, that's right too. I'm like, yes. Be careful.
True.
I'm trying to watch out for little kids right now.
Yeah, you're doing God's work. What a better person than Angel. Wow.
There was one scene. I was in a college prep program, right?
Okay.
We were at a Catholic university, and so this college prep program had some sessions where they invited like some volunteers to like do different types of like what you need to prepare yourself for college. Like one of them was like financial aid, classes you need to take, letters of recommendation, resume writing, things like that. And one of them was, I'm not even sure what the whole session was about. I just know it might have been sex ed, but basically ways to prevent like pregnancy, and they brought out the condoms. And somebody who like
The condoms.
the condoms. Well, you know how like the Catholic stance is against
Oh yeah.
so basically against condoms. I wanted to use like the professional term.
It's like procreation or something.
Yeah, against like anything. Basically, wearing condoms is a sin. Birth control is a sin. Everything is like that kind of form of sin. And so, one of the adults was like, "You got to put that away. Like, you can't be doing that here." Like, basic presenting of like how to put on condoms and how to show condoms, because against the belief of the Catholic teachings. And so, it was just like out of the blue. It was like, "You got to put." The adult was like, "You got to put that away. We're gonna move on." I'm like, "Whoa." I didn't realize that was like a thing.
Yeah.
But then another college prep program had the same thing. And this lady, She happened to. The funny thing is, the instructor happened to be Catholic, but it wasn't. It was at Purdue.
Oh, okay.
I would see her at church too, but totally random. She actually brought like condoms and everything, and actually had a speaker talk about all preventative measures and how to put on a condom, and actually had a display which looked like a banana type thing, like how to put it on and everything.
Yeah.
I just thought it was funny the differences from like one of them was like completely like you gotta put that away, we can't talk about that here. It's a Catholic university, to like another one was like at Purdue. The instructor happened to be Catholic, but she also knew like preventative measures of like to prevent pregnancy. Use a condom. But
I feel like it's just two very different styles. It's like either super, super traditional, or it's like more modern views.
I'm just gonna go with
like you talk about like the condom stuff or not in the church.
Mm-hmm. I think this, yeah. Yes, there's always like a gray line of like, yes, Catholic teachings say that condoms are bad and whatnot, but it's like, if you're gonna sin that way, it's like, put on a condom.
Better be safe. Better be a safe sinner than a. I was gonna say unhealthy, but like that's not the right word. Then a dangerous sinner. That's what we'll go with.
So now, I just want to go directly for a question of Sawyer. How was Sawyer taught sex ed? If you want to answer it, of course. If you're totally okay with it,
in high school.
You can always say no.
No, I mean, nothing crazy. I had a class in high school, just one class with it. Actually, no, I think I had a class in grade school that talked about like, it wasn't sex ed, but it was like family and your body and things like that. So it was
health
also
ed?
like general health. Yeah. But then the sex ed stuff was in high school, and it was junior year in high school. And it was you only had to take it one semester, and it was like just I guess technically it was like 6 weeks, but like it was in place of gym class, so nobody like liked it just because obviously you want to do gym instead. But I mean, it wasn't anything too crazy. Just showed movies and stuff like that.
I had that class too. It was like health education, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We learned all about STDs and abortion and a lot of basically STDs.
Mm-hmm.
My instructor was like, "Yeah, I had a friend. He'd always have unprotected sex. I don't know how he got away with it, because according to statistics, he should have got something by now."
Yeah.
Like, interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But.
Oh, sinners! I didn't know how to bridge that one.
And then when we go on Catholic retreats, there was this one time this girl would take birth control for her menstrual cycles, because if she wanted to take birth control, it was a way to ease the pain of her period. I can't believe I said menstrual cycles.
You did.
She said it was very painful, and she was like, "Yeah, I didn't care. I busted out that tablet and poached." I'm like, "What?" Because
It's not that tablet.
yeah, Catholic are very, it's very anything. What is that word? What is the professional word for like contraceptions?
Contraception. There
Boom.
we go.
Contraceptions are bad. Sin. You're only supposed to sin. You're only supposed to do natural family planning, which means you can have sex during like, well, one, if you're married, and then two, a certain time of the month that the woman's not going to get pregnant, even if you have like a protected sex. And apparently there's some apps for that too.
Well, there's apps for everything, but yeah, it's mainly for like girls to know what's coming up. Mm-hmm. This is a health podcast. Look at us.
But like, there's like, even apps of like, hey, now you can have sex, now you can't. Like, stay away from these times. It's like, what? Fun fact. Another fun fact.
I mean, the conversation that we're having right now, when you say fun fact, I don't know where it's going to go.
The host of Call Her Daddy, when I listened to one of the podcasts, she would go that route. She would say she would have unprotected sex, but she would like schedule it out so she can have it, and not get pregnant.
I mean, work with what you're getting, I guess, right? So,
but make sure your partner is STD free.
yes.
My sex talk was house class, and my mom would always be like, "Don't get a chick pregnant. If you get a girl pregnant, I'm taking you out of school, and you're gonna work. Like, don't leave a kid on the street." And my response to that was, "I'm gonna pick him up."
I'm sure she loved that.
Yeah, she loved hearing that. She like rolled her eyes, and she's like, "Oh."
Mine was with my dad. He goes, "Your school taught you that, right?" I'm like, "Yeah." He goes, "Okay, cool." that was it.
Yeah, my dad. That was old. I think as we got older, me and my sister were just like curious one day, and we're like, "So, like, what you guys do is like just have 2 kids, right?" And I'm not sure if we asked her like she was on the pill or like condoms or whatnot, and she was like, "I'll let you guys know when you're older." And like, honestly, after this, like, we don't want to know.
Yeah, this is a one or done type of thing. Like, don't follow up with me on this one.
It's like, when you're older, tell us. I'm like, we're good.
Pass.
Yeah. Like, no. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna have that talk. It's gonna be one of those things like, unless I feel the need to, not good. That's an awkward conversation for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows though? I say that and then I'll tell it like to him once a year.
I think I'd just be like, wrap it before you tap it. Boom. Like. That's my talk.
Any questions? No? Great, good. See you guys later.
Yeah, like, yeah. Any questions? No? We're good to go.
But then you have to get into all like the consent stuff and all that stuff too.
Yeah. That's true too.
Oh, the wondrous world of intimacy.
I was like, how do you explain? I was like, how would you explain like consent? I'd be like, the easiest way to like know if she wants to have sex with you or not, just be blunt about it. Be like, what? Ask her, do you want to have sex? And then go from there.
Yeah. It's one of those white and black things. Like, there's no in between.
I was gonna be like, yeah, that'd be it. Okay.
Where to transfer the conversation from here?
I wanted to be like, I want to like, should I share this story or not? I'm like, actually
No.
ask. No, okay.
No. This is not story time.
It's not story time.
On this topic.
Let's see.
You've been doing multiple workouts a day,
Yeah.
like towards the end of the week.
Well, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, I get the afternoons off. So after 4, I'm good. So, what I would do, like, 4:30 class, and then like an hour or two break, and then go back again for 2 gym sessions a day.
Mm.
And because Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesdays are just very hard to get up.
Yeah, I can feel that. And then, I mean, like, if you already know you're having Thursday, Friday, Saturday afternoons off, like, might as well do 2-a-days then and then you're all set.
Mm-hmm. But then I've also realized that my second workout is not as intense if I was just like 1 workout a day.
Yeah.
And then it takes longer if you're not in a class. Your breaks are longer. My breaks are longer.
Yeah.
And I end up making a TikTok. We're going live. so, but if I have 3 days left, but I need to make up 2 workouts. So probably do like a Thursday night one and then like Saturday. So just the goal would probably be to do 1, 2 a day this week. I have a Saturday to catch up.
I wouldn't be able to do 2-a-days. Nope. Been there, done that.
I've heard of Melissa Robbins.
Melissa Robbins.
Is it Melissa Robbins? Or please, I'm sorry. I messed up her name.
Nothing's coming up for Melissa Robbins except
Mel Robbins. So
Mel.
I'm not sure if that's short for Melissa or not, but Mel Robbins.
An American lawyer. The 5-second rule.
5-second rule. Basically, any habit you want to do, all you need is 5 seconds before like your mind wanders it off. So count down 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then go do the action that you want to do. It's like how can help you like wake up earlier, or like procrastinating, whatever it is. Count down 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. It doesn't work the other way around, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But it does work.
Wait, so is it if I'm like, wow, I need to go shower? Like terrible excuse because like everybody should be showering. But if I'm like, I need to go shower, then I count down, and if I don't do it within those 5 seconds, then I'm not gonna do it. Or it's like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then I go shower.
That second part.
Huh.
And she made it sound like it was like it just takes you back to like a rocket ship, like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. And she put a lot of scientific effort into like why it works. And it's that simple task of like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. So this morning when the alarm went off, the goal was like to be like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, get out of bed. But like I knew that might have like worked, so like I didn't even start at 5. I just snoozed and went back to sleep.
And I'm done.
But tomorrow I'll definitely do the 5-second rule and wake up early and go work out.
What's with the number 5? Because it's the 5 a.m. club, the 5-second rule. I wonder if there's something mental with 5. Because maybe 6 just seems too big or something. I obviously know like 5 a.m. compared to 6 a.m., but maybe it's just something about the number where it's like some companies mark things as $19.99 because in your mind it's not $20, it's underneath that. I wonder if that's kind of the same thing with 5 compared to 6.
Yeah, an odd number, and then what are those called? The non-divisible. No, wait, 5 is divisible. 3 is not.
Prime
numbers. Yeah, that's not it. Yeah, no. But she was like, I don't know why I chose 5-second rule, because it was the first thing that popped up into her mind. Because a lot of things are like the 5-second rule, like picking something up. 5-second rule, and she listed like two other things. But it was the first thing that popped into her mind. And Mel Robbins, I forgot what year it was, but she was the most booked female speaker in 1 year. So like, she speaks for a living.
I could not do that.
Dude, those speakers get paid good money, especially if like you're really wanted.
Oh yeah. And I'm sure to a degree too, like you have your one presentation that you just go over multiple times.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you have a good topic, like you obviously have to switch it up at points, but I feel like you get a good flow in, you know what kind of works, and that's what you talk. Like you go on your tour for that one specific thing. So you probably get it to a point where it's just second nature. But man,
so when
all that talking,
when this podcast gets famous or whatnot, we'll get people call just to ask us how we did, how we got to where we got, and then people will just like pay us to talk about what we did.
So we'll have our backstories all locked down.
Yes.
Except what we should do is you should say something and I'll say something completely different. And so nobody will really know the true story. And we'll just switch up little details.
I was like, just go Q&A. I just want to go Q&A. I'm like,
I feel like Q&A would be more stressful because you don't know what's going to be asked.
well, if I don't know the answer, I'm like, sorry, man, I don't know.
I'll be straight with you. I've got no clue. Next. Like,
Yeah,
okay.
I was like, I did not need that to have this podcast become what it is. So, but if you can find it, best of luck. You do you, boo boo. I think Gary says he gets paid in between like 50 to like 100 and something per speech. Can you imagine that for like an hour? And he was like, yeah. I get like paid more for a speaking gig than what I got paid the whole year in my like 20s. What?
Yeah. I mean, that's all he's doing now, though. He's going around speaking to people, doing his, media stuff with whether it's like garage sales or crypto stuff, but he's still grinding.
Mm-hmm. Well, and the speaking thing in Gary Vee's like his side thing.
Yeah,
because he still runs like 1,000+ person company all over.
Well, does he run it, or I think he's just on the board, isn't he?
He runs it.
He runs it. He still runs VaynerMedia.
Yep. He runs VaynerMedia. And then
I don't know what I would do if like I worked there and then I saw him walking around.
Yeah,
I'd be like, "Holy crap, Gary Vee!"
well, that's how he started it. A lot of like Gary Vee enthusiasts and like young people, because he didn't want to like. Well, he found it hard to like break the mold of the current people who worked in media and advertisement, because he wanted to like combine the math and the art together. And so it was easier to teach new people like this is how we're gonna do things. Like, oh, okay, rather than like we're not splitting the math and the art apart. They gotta stick together.
Yeah,
under one roof. Okay. So if somebody asked you to speak at an event, what event would you want to like speak at? Like business, art, Star Wars convention, what?
I would not be the person to talk at a Star Wars convention. I would disappoint so many people. I would want to talk about like how to keep a level head or something like that. Kind of like the book, The Art of Not Giving a F. Like I would want to speak to something like that where it's just chill.
So it'd be kind of like a business convention, and then it could be like a subcategory. Okay. Right?
Yeah. Sure. Why not? This is make-believe. Except I only target people who install Windows as a professional. Why? Because this is my fantasy, and I can do whatever the heck I want.
So National Convention of Window Installers go to this to improve their business.
That happens semi-annually.
Semi-annually.
In Dubuque, Iowa, and Raleigh, North Carolina.
Raleigh, North Carolina.
I have a very specific dream.
Why Iowa?
What would yours be? How to make the perfect taco.
Oh my goodness.
Crush that one.
Okay. It's kind of like I would love to just go to visit new cities and try the tacos out. And videotape that. Oh man. Kind of like what Dave does with like pizza, do with tacos. Oh, or tortas. Oh man. I saw a video of Dave. He critiqued a $36 pizza, and they made him like go at night to like have this $36 pizza. He's like, "Is this like a publicity stunt? We're gonna find out." And then he tasted the pizza. Guess what he gave the pizza? What score out of 10?
Like a 6.2.
I think. I'm not sure now. I can't remember. It was 6.2 or 3.2. Darn it! But
Wait,
either
it might
way,
have been a 6.2.
huh?
It might have been 6.2.
It might have been 6.2 or 3.2.
That would be an amazing guess.
But either way, he was like, "I gotta get out of here before they kick me out, because
Yeah.
I'm not gonna like. It's a bad pizza. Like, I'm not holding back. Something like, I need to go."
I love those of him though, because he gives his honest opinions on them, and it's like sometimes the owners will come out and like watch him score, and he's like, "I don't think you want to hear my score. Like, I don't mean to be rude or anything, but
Yeah.
7.3." It's like, ooh.
And then he was like, "That's a good score."
He's like, I mean, that's just an average piece of pizza.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's got quite the pizza following.
Mm-hmm. Oh man, the tacos. I would love to be like those, either filmmaking or like video or like those social media stars who like talk about on stage, like, what do you do to like be successful in this? And like, nobody has a clear path to it.
No, that's the thing. Yeah.
It's like people want like a certain path, to, like post stuff, do what you like because it's gonna like take a lot of hard work or whatnot, and some of them, especially if the ones that do it like in a year, completely like random. Like what? How can that work for somebody else? But yeah, all those stories are all different.
Yep. And that's what makes it nice, though, because there's no, like, one path you have to do. It's like, maybe you just get viral a couple of different times, and then people start following you from that, or maybe you work your way up in a business, and then you kind of branch off into your own thing from that, or whatnot. Like, I like it, though.
Do you know Jenna Marbles?
Jenna Marbles, the YouTuber, yeah.
You know she worked at Barstool?
That doesn't surprise me. Probably Barstool's early days.
Yes, because
Yeah.
like Barstool went on the Full Send podcast, and so Dave went on the Full Send podcast, and they want to know like some of their creators that like came out of Barstool, like call her daddy, and he named Jenna Marbles, and we're like, she's an OG YouTuber. She's like, yeah, she was part of Barstool, and yeah, now I think. With how they put it, they probably like she made her money and now she just like wants to enjoy her money. Because the cancel culture went after her hard for her old videos, and she private a lot of them. And well, she was an OG, so you
really don't hear much about her anymore. I'm gonna pull up YouTube and just type in Jenna Marbles.
Like 2-3 years ago, the cancel culture went after her old videos like crazy.
Yeah.
And
her most recent upload was a year ago. Like, so she just stopped everything altogether.
So,
I wonder if she like streams or something. It wouldn't surprise me if she streams on like Twitch or something. But yeah, because she had some weird videos too. Like, not like, I don't know, just weird videos.
I still remember like her OG viral video of like how to trick guys that you're pretty, and she gave like a classic turn blonde, 10, and like what was in that time, and like that thing blew up. Like that one, viral. I did not realize she was part of Barstool. But yeah, everything. I like to. He's like, yeah, everything takes a lot longer than what people expect. They think it was like a year. I'm like, no, we've been here since like 2006. I'm like, what?
Yeah. But Barstool too. They had some adult film actresses be a part of them. too, because they were trying to like get into like the weird dude type of phase, where it was like, I don't know, like not just like the sports fan, but kind of like guys like girls, and so let's get some of them, and then like that just didn't work out.
I did not know that. What do you know about the Nelk Boys?
I know that they have Happy Dad.
Because
they started like.
I'm not sure if did Gary Vee get on their Full Send podcast. Is that how I got into Full Send, and then I started seeing some other episodes of them? Yeah, they did. Okay, they got Gary Vee in the Full Send podcast, and now like in some other episodes of the Full Send. Okay.
They started off by like, I'm pretty sure it was like doing like prank stupid videos or just like public videos. And then there's one guy, a part of them, his name's Steve. I think his name's Steve Will Do It. And it was basically they would tell him to do like the dumbest like things, whether it was like drinking a lot or eating things you shouldn't eat, like he'd do it. And then they got like a massive following from all of that because they kept going viral. And then from there, they made merch, obviously, got a bunch of money from that, and now they've got their alcohol line, and so they're getting a lot of money from that, and so they're definitely influencer status for sure.
Yeah, Dave also asked them, like, how long have you guys been doing it? You're like 2000. What was it? I think it's like over 10 years, something like that.
Really?
And yeah,
I guess that doesn't surprise me. Probably early YouTube for them too.
So like Dave was like, yeah, it's always longer than what people think. But yeah, their Nelk channel 9 years ago, first video. And that's if they didn't private some early videos too, because I know.
Yeah, I'm sure they could have been canceled quick if they didn't private things. Like they're just the type of guys that probably had some weird videos out there that wouldn't be okay today. And like the thing is, like they're still doing like the I'm trying to make people mad in public videos, and people are like, grow up. Like you guys are like 28, 29. It's time to figure something else out. Like do another shtick. But like to them, it's probably like, hey, it's worked. Why try to fix it? Like it's still racking up the views, but I think they're getting more haters than they are about like supporters now, just for all the stuff that they're doing.
They also said
like, prank wise,
they're so big that they can't do that anymore because when they get recognized, too, it was a business to see that now they get actually like either sued or a warrant goes off for the rest because they actually went to jail for one prank.
Really?
It's illegal in Texas to impersonate a security guard. Only in Texas. But yeah, they impersonated a police security officer. It is illegal, I think, everywhere to impersonate a police officer, but they impersonated a security guard, and so it's illegal in Texas. And so after like the video went viral, it was a warrant for their arrest, for the guy's arrest. So he went to jail.
That's wild. But they've like got some massive plan though. I saw it was a TikTok on it, but like they're planning on like making just all of their own brands and stuff like that, just so they don't have to really report to anybody but themselves.
Well, YouTube doesn't give them any money.
Really?
Because their videos are not ad friendly because of all the controversial stuff that they do. So, yeah, YouTube takes away their ad revenue, so they don't get money. They basically get like what pennies for what they should be getting of their views. So that's why they got.
But then people go elsewhere to get it, so they're not hurting by any means. But they could be making much more if they were just more compliant with the terms and conditions.
Yep, that's what it is. Same thing with same thing happened to David Dobrik. His videos were also
making videos. Is he still making videos?
On and off. He doesn't have a set schedule.
Yeah.
The whole thing with Jeff right now with him.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on. Like, it's like, is it a publicity stunt or like, are things just really that bad right now? I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah. And then all that stuff about like he would get people drunk at his house to film, but he doesn't drink and that.
Mm. And then
Oh.
I guess he's finally noticing like the influence and power he has as what like he didn't realize he had that power before.
I feel like he did. He was probably just playing like dumb with it. Like you don't have that much money and don't think you have influence.
Yeah. Well, was it just 3 years ago he hit the 10 million mark?
Oh, really?
Yeah, 3 years ago, and he started making YouTube videos 2016.
Yeah. He blew up. Was he originally on
Vine?
Vine
Star. Vine Star turned
probably?
YouTube star. And he hit YouTube and he basically took over.
Yeah.
Because he was a poster boy basically for YouTube.
Yeah.
For a while, and then
him and Casey just did all the vlogs, and like that got big.
Mm. Yeah. Hey, Casey said he's missed his YouTube, so we might see more YouTube videos from him.
Come on back.
Yeah,
Like we talked about it before, but it's like right when I really got into him and watched his vlogs daily, he stopped.
Oh.
I'm just like, oh, this stinks. I just like the music and all of his transitions and stuff.
Dude, how he puts it, people ask him like, "What made you like get you on YouTube?" I'm like, "Well, basically, I was doing YouTube videos before YouTube, because his vlogging style, documentary style was like basically YouTube videos, and he got so good at that." Him and Peter McKinnon both are really good filmers, videographers, editors, the whole thing.
Yeah,
they make really good videos.
Yeah. Same topic but different thing. Mr. Beast, he was on a podcast and he was talking about I think it was the Joe Rogan podcast, but he was talking about his strategy with YouTube, and he's got 2 editing teams that that work for him. And so he goes and like each month he releases a video on his main channel, and he'll like 1 month be working like filming something, and then he'll give it to editing team A, and so editing team A has an entire month to edit that video and make sure that it's really, really good, while he's filming something else for editing team B to do it. And he's like, I learned to do that because if you want high quality stuff and you still have to like be expected to put out high quality things, you can't be just doing it on a one team kind of rotation. And so he's like, with 2 teams, they can make sure that it's perfect, and then it can go out when it's supposed to go out, and nobody's like rushed or working crazy hours or anything. So I thought that was pretty cool.
His interviews are so like good.
Yeah,
he puts a lot of math into everything, like all his videos, on how to get better.
Yeah.
What?
Well, and even just like I think we talked about it before too, but with like the money and stuff that he gives away, like he convinced one of his first ones. He's like, they initially gave him $500, and he told them, he's like, give me $1,000 because $1,000 looks so much better than $500 does in a title. And so then they gave him $1,000, and then it got millions of views. And so he uses like that eye-catching stuff, and now it's just kind of become synonymous with all of his videos. I wonder how much money, like the companies that do the ads for him and pay for some of his videos, how much they get back, because it has to be like there has to be a good return for them to keep doing it. And like they're giving him like $10,000 and stuff like that. So,
dude, some companies ad like the budgets for their marketing campaigns are ridiculous.
Yeah, just in the millions.
Well, imagine like the Super Bowl ads for 30 seconds.
Yeah,
so that's like million.
That's true.
Yeah. All right. Do you have any chance you have a question of the day?
Oh man!
Dun dun dun. No pressure.
Oh, we can do question of the day is if you had to give a speech and do like a conference tour on a topic, what would the topic be? So kind of what we talked about earlier. So if you had to travel the continental United States, because we're not going to Hawaii, if you had to travel the continental United States and give a speech on a specific topic, what would you give your speech on? And you can let us know what that would be if you are listening to us on one of our podcast platforms. You can email us at talkmantuesday@gmail.com, or if you're listening on YouTube, you can just put that in the comment section below. And if you have any reasoning or, I guess, story behind that, you can let us know there too. And then we will highlight some of the interesting ones next week. And as always, if you guys have anything that you want us to talk about next week, let us know that. We can cover any topics that you guys want to hear our opinions on, our expert opinions on, whether it is health education as of this week or anything else. We are always happy to cover what you guys want to hear. And if you guys have any feedback for us on ways that we can increase the listening pleasure, let us know. We're always looking to improve for you guys. And so it
Random.
was me.
Thoughts on Netflix stock.
What?
Thoughts on Netflix stock. It's number 2 trending on Google Trends.
What thoughts? I have no thoughts on Netflix.
Netflix loses subscribers, tanking the stock 25%.
I think I didn't invest.
That's all we needed. I'll put it somewhere.
But yeah, if you guys are on Netflix, pull it because it's going down. But
Sora,
again,
for clarification, Sora does not have any Netflix stock.
no, but this is my expert opinion. But we will talk with all of you guys more next week. But in the meantime, stay safe, social distance, give somebody a hug, and unless you're not vaccinated, but if you are, give somebody a hug and tell them you love them. But we will talk with you guys more next week.
Thank you guys.
Peace.